How is everybody doing? Alright. Late night running tablet late. Hi, GLAM, babe. What's up, my lady? How you doing? Okay. How are we doing? What's it looking like? Is it looking okay? So I have a few different things, and I thought about your comment about going over the stickers, right? This doesn't look very bright, but it is somewhat, right? So I was thinking about doing something here. We're gonna go all black here, and we're gonna try this guy and some alcohol and do like a marble-esque smoky look, I guess. But then I wanted to try these because you said I could, you know, use this to paint over for the white, right? And so I'm thinking, I could do that. Oh. Hi, beautiful crazy nails. Hi, Wendy. How are you? How are you? So, we started this nail. It's a little, like, luxury Hello Kitty one. I did a boo-boo, and it turned out to be kind of cool looking up close. So, it was like paint splatter and whatever, right? But I was thinking, what if we made these black? And people use pigments for this, typically. Or you could use the jelly colors. But I was thinking about taking this, because these would show up on the black, because they're like metallic rainbow. And I wondered if we put one of these LVs in the middle of the, like, smoke almost. I don't know if I want to do that or if I want to color the smoke, you know what I mean? And I have these little guys that are all different colors. But I got these because these are the stars that I actually want. So if I have to go over them, I can. But I was thinking about doing a couple different things. I have white gel paint here too. Mr. G, what up? I gotta go and work at 4 a.m. Damn. I had to close the window and come back. You're good, girl. So I was just thinking, because this is stuff I have not done yet at all whatsoever. And I was going over, like, the glow neon effect. And I was like, So earlier we used the sponge to put the colors on, but I had already put the top coat in my my white. So we're just kind of, this is part 2. We're kind of just doing it. This is a glow. And I wanted to do the smoky effect, so I wanted these to be black. So I have a whole bunch of different colors. 5 hours. Girl, that's all I used to get was 5 hours before I'd work. No, girl, I just started. You are not late. I literally just started. So, I think for me, I said we were going to do these the same as this, but, I don't know. I'm trying to think, because the LV is cool, and I want the, like, LV itself in the middle or something, but the smoke effect, I was like, should we do that, or should we do something else? I have so many things run through my head that I don't exactly know which one to do, and I'm like, would it be better using the jellies, or should I just use a matte? Because that's why it didn't stick, was because I used glossy top coat inside of the white when I went around the rim of it, so it didn't stay, but it looked like a splatter, but it needs to be a lot brighter. So I'm just not wondering if when we do the smoke, if I should just paint the whole nail with the rainbow colors and splotches, and then put the LV sticker in the center, right? And then just go over the LV sticker, or leave it white smoky background, put the LV sticker on, and then go over it. I'm not sure. Yo, can we do a live stream? No, I don't do Fortnite, dude. This is Nails. My name is Sugar. What up? Well, that's a lot. But I have this, and I know that I can use this acrylic pen with some alcohol. It'll still do the same thing. Or you can use gel paint for that, too. With a bigger brush, if you want. But yeah, I didn't exactly know what to do. So I figured if I painted these black, I wouldn't exactly know what to do on the outside ones. Because this is cool and everything, but I'm like, pigments get that pigment in there. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted to use these jelly colors. So I'm like, I'm trying here because I'm not that great at painting. So yeah, I figured the stickers would be a better hack. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hi, Bruce. Well, thanks. I'm gonna make this sticky so that way I don't have to use and get dust everywhere. So I'm just gonna make this sticky. So I'm using primer to make it sticky. That way the gel polish sticks to the nail. Alright, so shout out to everybody here. Welcome to a Monday night nail therapy sesh with Sugar. We are doing the glow neon nail art. I'm going to try to do it with stickers. And a little, we're just kind of experimenting, guys. We're going to let that dry a little bit. Hi, Elsa. You can maybe do that color, but with black lines and a little bit of white in the middle. Yeah. Hi, Ashley. Lou. Nana. Hi. Hi, ladies. Bruce, thank you for that. I got so many thoughts running through my head about what color. I almost didn't go live, but you know what, guys? I'm not doing that. I was like, I was overwhelming my brain when I know I should just sit down and do it. And then once I sit down and do it, I know it'll be just fine. Do you know what I mean? So I don't want a super black. I just want it to be kind of jellier. So I'm kind of taking off that excess a little bit. This is stuff that any one of you can do if you want, like. But I thought the stickers would go. Maybe we could use the sticker as like an outline, because I am no good at doing like letters and stuff. Of course, I want to try. I'm filming a video right now that where I'm doing nail art. I'm doing Little Mermaid. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cure that bad boy. And I just hit the top of it. How's everybody doing? I appreciate y'all coming out. You guys are the best. But I don't like leaving a nail set unfinished. You know what I mean? Alright, we're just gonna cure that bad boy. Into the lamp you go. Oh, 50 seconds? I know I do all the time. Lou, you've been asleep, but Blay woke up at 2:30 a.m. Aww. You are. I love you. Thanks for being here, babe. Glam should be in bed too. Shoot. What's the theme of the nails? It's like a glow theme. Like the it's like the neon sign type theme, but I thought if I used stickers and we went over it kind of the same way, it would be a little bit of a hack without having to draw, because it's already like the outline of it. So I thought it would work. However, when I did go over it, like the outside of it, if you can tell on this, when I went over the outside with the white, when I put the color on with the sponge, it made it like this really cool splotchy, like almost like splattered look, which I really liked because it's super different, but it's not as pigmented as I want it to be. So, and because it did that around the outside, it was because I put gloss inside of my white, which I thought it came out cool, but it's just not like that pigment I was looking for, you know? Hi, Maddox. You're welcome. Thanks for being here. It's like LV themed just because I had these Hello Kitty and they had that. So the only other LV theme that I have that I need like these letters are these. So we might end up going over these letters. I don't really know. The smoke behind it can stay white, or I can do the smoke colored and then put some white lines. Because my thought was like jade, but rainbow. I've been wanting to do like quartz rainbow nails. And that was my thought. It's kind of smoky, you know, but it's kind of that type. And so I was thinking that, you know what I mean? So there's a couple different ways that we can do this. So I can use the stickers as a nice, you know, so I don't have to draw it because I'm not that great. So let's do this. I'm going to mat this guy because I feel like we're going to need to mat him. Which I think, yeah, okay. So the mat I'm going to use is my BRITTBRATNAILDIT matte top coat, perfect matte. So I'm going to mat this guy so it gives us a little bit, you know. And please feel free to help in the chat. Here's what I love when my subscribers, if you're a subscriber, even if you're not, if you're in the chat and you want to help throw some ideas around, guys, I love it when we make nails together. I love it because art is art and it doesn't matter if it's a nail or what. You know what I mean? As long as we're doing it together and we make it together, it makes it more thoughtful. You know, that y'all were a part of it with me. You know what I mean? I love that. It's my favorite part. It's literally my favorite part. So that's why I always ask you guys, oh, hey, what should we do or whatever. So, like, this is a whole set, right? So I thought if I kept the pointer and the ring finger black, and then these two would be like this one, it would kind of be cohesive but not the same, and we could do different things. So, yeah, I don't know if it's just me, but it's anyone else. It might be, you might have to come out and come back in. Hey, everybody, thanks for coming. I appreciate you guys. Do you want your main nail to pop more? You can always add a second layer of your jellies and make it more. Yeah, I might have to buff it, possibly, to then go back in and be able to do that. You know what I mean? Alright, we have our mat. So, here's what I was thinking. We could either take the gel paint or we could use the acrylic art pen and our alcohol and a liner brush. You can use a liner brush. I usually use a liner brush, a thick brush and a liner brush. So I'll use one of these and then I'll use my really thin liner brush just to kind of give me some different type. But I feel like the white gel paint's going to be thicker, but I don't know. Let's try it. Hi, Sleepy Bubbles. Thank you. Hello. Is it me you're looking for? Alright, so we're going to take this brush here, which is the Varnail multi-brush. I'm going to use this from Madam Glam, which you can get these anywhere, guys. Hi, baby ladies, how are you? You should be able to just add some base or primer to make it tacky again. Okay. So, let's see if... I should be able to wipe this off in theory, if we don't like it. I'm used to dealing with gel paint, but you know what? You can either use... We could use the, yeah. So let's see if this works for us. I'm going to use the side of the pen too. Let's see. Just to kind of give it, not really a smoke effect, right? I'm just gonna do it, y'all. I'm just gonna do it and then not gonna let it dry. I'm gonna stick this in my alcohol. Make sure my brush is saturated. And we're gonna carry that kind of with us here. And that line is still somewhat in there, so I'll take that and kind of smoosh it. I mean, that looks like lightning, y'all. We could do rainbow lightning. I'm trying to break that line up a little bit here. That doesn't look bad. It looks pretty cool. I didn't know if this was going to work, but I figured the acrylic art pen, we would really be able to get it to glow for us a little bit here. I mean, that's pretty damn cool, no? Hi, Candy. How are you? I don't know. What do you think? I kind of like it. And then I figured if we put the gel over it, we could do like a rainbow staunch of like that gel and see what that would get us with the gel. So we already have our gel paint here. What do y'all think? Yeah, that's what I was. Hi, Jordan. Hi, Vive. Hello. So that's what I was going for. Hi, Mo. How are you? So that's what I was going for, and I wanted to use this as kind of like the background. So if we can get these colors on here, and I was kind of thinking about taking my liner brush and kind of doing a little bit of some just, this is like jelly, whatever. We can go through it. This is more where you can go over the lines just a little bit, right? I was thinking, is it gonna stick? Because should. Alright, so I'm using jelly to gradually give me that color that I really want, and I do want to kind of go over the outside a little bit, but I want to bring these colors into each other, right? So we're gonna give it a nice pop of that color with the liner brush here. Now, I didn't know if this was gonna work. I figured it would, but, you know, I wasn't sure. So, we can go back over the color here as well with, like, yeah, the white once we get there. All right. So now we're gonna bleed that color down this way. And I'm just kind of gonna go with it, right? We're gonna go on the outside. Just to kind of give it a little flowiness to it. Now, I should have come down this way, but I think for the most part, I can come down with some purple on this side. Because I don't really like a lot of red, so we can just kind of take your brush. We could actually take this bigger brush and gain a little bit more, I have it here. We can gain a little bit more surface area with it. So if you guys want to do this with me, that would be freaking awesome. But if you don't, that's okay too. No worries. So I'm going to gradually bring this up into this red here. Back down. All right. So let's kind of take this and kind of go. And I'm actually going to bring this. We have a lot of surface area, so we're probably going to have to repeat it just a little bit. So let's bring it out. Listen, you can do this faster with pigments, guys. But I love these colors, and I just wanted to see if I can make it work kind of like pigment. Excuse me. So I thought it would be cool because we could add, you know, this is kind of going to be like that background color, right? So I'm going to clean my brush. Not fully, but just take a little bit, grab it on my brush here. Hello, everybody. Bye, Icy. Hi, Lori. If I can paint it red, well, I can paint it red, but I don't want to do the whole thing red. All right, that is our purple. So we're going to take and bring our purple a little bit to the outside. And we're going to bring it around also. So we're just going to take and swing that purple into that pink. Bring it out to the side a little bit here. And bring it down. So it's going to give us like a pinky purple type color here. I bring this a little bit. This is nail therapy sesh, so anything goes at this point. So like I said, we want to go a little on the outside of that black. So it gives us a nice, you know, and it doesn't have to be like super perfect either on the outside if you don't want it to. All right. So let's take our orange here. And we're going to take this orange and we're going to flow this way. And we're going to flow up into the pink as well. Now you don't want to flow this up into the purple because you will make brown. So don't want to do that. Now this is a little bit on the not so pigmented side. But it's fine. Hi, Lisette. Hi, Peyton. Thanks for coming back. Yes, I do remember you, love. Alright, should I go with yellow over this side and then just continue with yellow over here? Or what do y'all think? We're going to go around the outside a little bit. Alright. I should have made a little bit better of a pigmented orange, but it's quite okay. We don't need too much, but we want to make sure it's saturated enough, right? I'm going to bring this orange just here. And then... So the brush, too, that you're using will soak up a lot of that. So if you need to use your liner brush, I'm going to make sure that paint's out of it all. I'm going to take my liner brush. Like I said, there's probably a much better way of doing this. Now I'm picking up a little bit better color pigmentation for this. Oh my god, I think it's going to be cool. Alright, I am... So let's pick up some, and I'm just wiping the excess off. I'm not wiping, you know, going in and wiping everything, because I want those colors to generally really flow into each other the best that I can get them. Hold up. Okay. There's a hair, y'all. Hold up. There we go. Okay. So we're doing like that neon smoke effect, but instead of doing it with pigments, I wanted to do it with my gel, just to see what we could do, what we can bring to it. So I'm going to add this here and just kind of run this up into this orange so it's blended nice. So this is our late night nail sesh, y'all. And we want that nice, we want it to come out in that nice bright yellow tone, right? But we also have to make sure we have enough color here that when we go to do this, there's no shortage of color, right? We don't have more color than the other, right? So I'm going to bring this down a little bit more. Can you guys see okay? Hi, Sparky. Oh no, that's not good. Hi, Doodle. Hello, everybody. It's like a melty rainbow, yes. Get out of my head, Glam. You're in my head all the time. It's a good thing. I love you, girl. Okay. So I'm just going to flick this down a little bit. We're going to go ahead and bring the green in. Now, like I said, this green is not that pigmented, but we're going to at least pull in some of this green. Bring it up into this yellow. And we might have to flick it with our like liner brush, just to kind of get that nice pigmented color to show up in that yellow. I don't know, that looks pretty decent, no? Oh, that looks so cool. Okay, I'm going to actually come out a little bit more. See how the outline really makes it look kind of cool. So we need to outline it a little bit more there, but I think for the most part, that's pretty damn cool. Okay. Bring this over. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this green over here. And I'm just lightly tapping it, right? Oh, look at that. I need more yellow, though. I feel like I have no yellow now. Alright, I'm going to bring this down just there. Just so we have a little bit more of that yellow coming through. Because we can do like an orangey yellow and a yellow. Alright, I'm going to take this guy and just kind of blend this out a little bit. So anybody can do this, you guys. Literally, you guys, anybody, any one of you can do this. I'm going to take some of this nice darker teal blue here. Just a little bit. We don't need too much. And I'm going to bring it onto the side. Not that you'll be able to see it, but should. Oh, that looks cool. It's like dark and whimsical. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to gradually just kind of move this up and down to kind of blend those in. Like I took that green and blended that blue right up with it. Oh my gosh, look at that, you guys. Tell me that doesn't look freaking awesome. Alright, we're going to take this brighter blue here. Mat it up into that. We're going to actually bring it out and around. Like so. And I'm just going to bring it slightly over this edge here. And then this will be our purple. So I'm going to keep some of that white so we can bring some of that nice purple up in here. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. Look at that. All right. And the reason why I wanted to do it this way, I didn't want to do it super fast, you guys, because I really, the whole point of nail therapy is to really do something just you've never done before. Trying brand new stuff, and yeah. All right. Now, it says a little bit red on the outside, but I think it's okay. For the most part, outlining that. And, oh my goodness gracious. Look at that, y'all. Alright, let's kind of blend these two together, shall we? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of take this, blend it together, and then I'm going to take this guy. We're going to use the liner brush to kind of fold it up into that blue. Just a little bit. Bring it back. So we get like a nice darker purple. And then that way we have a lot of a color difference in that payoff of the different tones that we're using, you know? So we have like a lighter purple here, which is more of a pinky purple. And then we have our nice bluish tone here that is saturated really nicely. Oh my gosh, you guys, we have like so many different colors. All right, let's check the outer side here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my yellow and I'm going to take this guy and we're just going to lightly go around. Just give it a little oomph, you know? So there are some areas that need a little bit more oomph than others. But we don't want to make it too much, right? But I think we're golden, guys. Oh, that is so cool. Okay. I am going to go ahead and cure that. And then we will put a clear, or we'll do like a milky line. Should we do a milky line? Oh, sorry about that, guys. Bye, Peyton. Thanks so much, love. Hi, Katie. Hi, Autumn. How are you? Thanks, Glam. Thanks, ladies. They thought she might know. Oh, no. Yes, prayer does change everything. Prayers to you, my love. Oh, no. Goodness gracious, guys. We'll be praying for her, Lisette. Sorry I missed it. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Denaya, hi. Is it Denaya? I think I said that right. I hope I did. Hi, Neymar. How are you? That's okay. That's great. Listen, y'all, we don't discriminate or hate. We love everybody. All right. That went in for a full 60, y'all. This is what she looks like. So now that we have a sticky, I think I can come in and... Let's clean my brush, though. I think I can come in with my liner and come in with a little bit of that jelly that I made earlier. And we can just kind of go over some of these kind of thicker lines, no? What do you think? I don't know, but I'm kind of hoping. Or we can make them glow. What do you guys think? Aw, thank you, love. Hi, Jonathan. Thanks. So let's try this and see if we like this type. Now, a gel paint is going to give you the nice bright white. This is milky with some top coat in it. So, yeah. Okay. All right. So at this stage, you can do a little bit of this milky, or you can go and take... I'm just going to do this. I'm going to do it very, very light because it does still make it glow. And then I'll go in and use the bright over it, you know? So I think for this one, we're just going to take this outline. It doesn't have to be. Just pick a line and do it, pretty much. You know what I mean? I don't know. We're just kind of doing it. We're just kind of putting a little bit of this on here. I feel like it will make it look really cool. But at the same time, it could also not. So we'll try it, see if we like it. And if not, that's okay too. Because we are still putting in the darker, more pigmented white. But I kind of wanted to see what this milky would do with these super bright colors. So I'm just trying to follow some of these lines, not almost kind of give it like a 3D effect, you know? Has a little sparkle in it too. No, I actually used my acrylic art pen and some alcohol in a liner brush. Because I just wanted to see if it would, like, work. And it did. It worked great, actually. Alright, so I'm going to bring this down. Now, this part you probably don't have to do, guys. I just wanted to see how much I could get these brighter colors to pop a little bit in the middle here. And it seems to make it look pretty cool. In terms of just kind of putting something on the more darker lines, and then we can go in and add like little thinner lines. I mean, it's not much, but you know, it's something. But it definitely does make that color pop. It really does make that color pop, guys. So I think with putting this on there, it's gonna make it almost look like a 3D effect on top of that, right? I don't know, but it seems to. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take a much thinner, more pointy liner, and we're gonna use the gel paint, okay? And we're gonna see if that gel paint is gonna give us the payoff that we want. Where'd it go? Should I use the glow in the dark on this? I think, because it's gonna glow blue if I use this. It's pretty dominant color here. I don't know. Let's try it. Why not? So, I want to take majority of it off, but I'm just gonna take and kind of outline some of these. I'm just kind of doing, and I left that wet so it can kind of blossom a little bit into the colors if I wanted it to. Kind of, that makes sense. I don't know, I'm just kind of experimenting here, guys. You can either take this white and go completely over the color like so. Just so it is kind of like a kind of a quartzy look almost, but not. So I'm just gonna kind of not do the whole thing, but just kind of spread it out here. And with it being in the other color, I should be able to like, it should want to spread out kind of like this up here. And then we can go in and take some out if we want or not. So I have a lot here, right? So you can keep it like that. But what you really want is to kind of make these lines, and then we can use the bright white. You just want like super thin lines though. A more pigmented gel paint is going to do you, is not going to steer you wrong in this. I'm just kind of giving it a little something extra, you know? You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense, but I'm just kind of experimenting, guys. So that's why I kind of put the other one on top. See if we can get it to bloom out a little bit. But still kind of have that color. And then we could just kind of... I mean, I don't know. That looks cool, no? What are your thoughts? Yeah, it's like lightning bolts. Hi, Twilight. Yeah, try it out. Let me know. Aw. Thanks, Nana Love. Thanks, Glam. I used the white marker. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this here. And just, let's see. Let's kind of bring this guy. Outline it here. It did kind of bloom out a little bit like I figured it would, which is fine. Because we still have that color on there. And then we could take the very tip of this guy and do a... I'm going to cure this. So this is going to be kind of like a 3D-ish effect. I like the matte background. So I think it's a cool, different type. Thanks! Oh, you guys are awesome. I figured, I don't know if you guys would like this or not, but I figured, you know what, why not try it? So I have the Madame Glam white gel paint. So let's just try to put some of this in there and see what happens. Alright. So this is really going to give us those nice dark lines. And then, if we don't want to do that on the other one, we don't have to. We can use, like... Oh, thanks, babe. We could use the actual LV on the different one. I really like the smoke effect. I think it's pretty cool. But if we had a white LV sticker, that would kind of match the vibe. Technically. Okay. I like that the outside is matte. I don't know why I like that, but I do. I do like that a lot. Alright. So just lightly gonna grab the excess off because we don't really need a lot. And you can just... Now see, for me, I am not really a gel paint girly, okay? I am more... Like, this doesn't have to be so precise because of how everything is, so they're kind of like lightning bolts. But I guess there are some spots that may need to be somewhat, like that's cool. I don't like that, that's too bright. So I'm gonna wipe that guy off and go back in. and do it a little bit lighter with just the tip of my brush. You can make any old line if you want, but I kind of just want it to be the tip of my brush. And not every part either. So it's almost like accentuating a little bit of those lines just to kind of bring out those nice turns, possibly. I'm gonna go really light here. Like barely any pressure. And so and you can just kind of do your own thing, guys. Because no matter what, it still accentuates it. Just do I think going in the middle like that's great? No, I don't. So what I'm gonna do is take my little tiny brush here. Oh yeah, there we go. You can do that too. Just kind of give it like a fade out. It's literally nail therapy that like you can do anywhere. I'm just checking it out here, guys. So if you don't like it, just tap it out. Tap it out. Give it like a little watered look. What do you guys think? So like for the most part, do you like the one line or do you like it to be spread out? That one line's pretty cool though, huh? Ooh, y'all. I don't know. What do you think?